Hey guys, welcome back to Bennett Farms here. Today we are working on cutting up a fence line. We got a big ice storm, so everything's kind of iced over and froze over. We got almost 3 inches of rain. I ended up cutting all these trees down the other day, along with the rest of these ones that go down this fence line here. But today I'm going to talk about a little bit about a farm safety here. Not just on my farm, but on other people's farms as well. We did end up getting the 365 Husqvarna running again. I don't know if you guys heard, I ended up running straight gas in that and it quit running on me. And I thought I ended up blowing the piston in that, but it turned out it just was a bad spark plug, and it runs great. But to get back to my little bit of farm safety here, it's getting pretty hot here. It's about, I don't know, 25 degrees out. But I've been hearing a lot about farm accidents lately, especially over the last couple of weeks. A lot of grain bin accidents where people are getting trapped and killed and going in grain bins and stuff. I've heard about a person getting their arm caught in a PTO shaft and almost getting their arm taken off, basically. Almost killed. They got very lucky, and it wasn't that bad. But I just want to talk about that a little bit. We have to be able, as farmers and just anybody that's around farms in general, we have to take a couple extra seconds to really think about what we're doing, where we're at, think about our families and stuff, and just take an extra 30 seconds to say, okay, what am I doing? What could go wrong? What can I do different to make it safer? And I know that some of those things may take some time to be able to be safe. And just because it takes an extra maybe 5 minutes to put a shield over something, or maybe because it takes an extra 10 minutes to walk over to the barn or drive back to the barn to grab something to help make it safer, is definitely worth doing that versus getting your arm taken off in a PTO shaft, versus getting stuck inside a grain bin. Instead of taking the 5 minutes to put a harness on and tie yourself in with a short lead, maybe just to walk to the center to get some unbridged grain stock or something. And I know maybe some people don't have that. Something to me that should be something in everybody's barn or in their grain system is a set of harnesses and short leads to tie yourself off. It doesn't matter if you're going in to look at the grain bin. Doesn't matter if you're climbing up on top of the grain bin to open it up. I know it's a hassle to put it on and take it right back off, but it may just save your life. There's been at least there's been at least 5 people in the last month that have been killed in grain silo or grain bin accidents. Unfortunately, 3 of them out in Minnesota as a family, brother, his son, and his brother, 2 brothers and a son, passed away from the gases in a high moisture corn silo. There was a couple of people, I think one here in Michigan, that died in a grain silo accident, went to go in to get some unbridged, or get some bridged grain unstuck, or just checking the grain bin in general, and got trapped, and wasn't able to be recovered, alive anyways. I know of a guy that I watch on YouTube. His dad was unloading some ear corn, and he was standing between the tractor, PTO, and the gravity wagon that they're unloading from, and was reaching for something, got his jacket caught in the frays, or the frays from his jacket got caught around the PTO shaft, and it wrapped his arm up. And luckily the tractor that they were using was small enough that it stalled it. But most people have like a 40-20, an 80, 90, 100 horse tractor on an auger. If you're running a big auger, you probably got 150 horse, your arm's not going to be able to stop that. Your leg's not going to be able to stop it. It'll wrap you up so fast that you're not going to be able to get away from that. And that's kind of what happened there. It wrapped his arm up, got his coat. Thank the Lord he did not lose his arm from that. I don't even think he broke his arm. It just wrapped his sleeve up around it so tight that he couldn't get unstuck. He was by himself, was not able to get to his cell phone and call for help. He ended up having to cut his jacket off with a key from his house. He couldn't reach his pocket knife. So I know some things will probably change around there. I think that changes his perspective about things a little bit. I always try and be safe on my farm around here, especially, you know, when you're in a hurry. And it doesn't even have to be when you're in a hurry. It can happen when you're taking your sweet time and you slip on something that's seamlessly, you know, stupid, you know, maybe a wrench on the floor or something. But we have to make sure we take the time to be 100% safe. I know that doesn't always happen, but we at least have to be trying to. I know when I go underneath my corn head or my bean head on my combine, I always put the safety stop down first, no matter what. Even if I walk around the other side of the combine to open the rock trap up, I forgot to put it down. I don't crawl underneath it and put it down. I go all the way back around the other side and make sure I put it down. Same thing with my round baler. It's got a cylinder stop on it when I have the back gate open. If I'm working on the pickup tines, you change them from the back, kind of from the inside. So I always make sure I have that safety stop down. Anytime I'm working around an auger, PTO, I make sure I have the PTO shields on. I know when we're grinding feed, we try and stay away from the PTO shaft there. Depends on what tractor we're using. Sometimes we have to get next to the PTO shaft in order to turn the tractor PTO off if we're using our C, the Farmall C. But we're losing a lot of farmers to accidents that should never happen in the first place. And we have to make sure that we are taking those steps to be safe. Even today, as you guys can see, I'm wearing chainsaw chaps, cutting firewood here. Just cleaning up these. I'm just bucking these logs right now. This is all cottonwood. It burns okay once it dries down. But we are clearing this fence line out, so I'm just gonna buck them, get them out of here. I don't know. You guys can see all the water we got almost 3 inches of rain the other day. And this ditch right here won't flow any water because the trees have gotten so overgrown. And I don't know if you guys can see that water out there. I hope you guys can a little bit. Just sitting out there. Part of the problem is the pond that's right there is so full the water won't drain to it. There is a ditch that runs along here that takes it out to the north. But you can even see the water over there where I was standing. I actually had to stop right there because the water's so deep I can't even work over there anymore. So we're gonna drag these logs out of here probably sometime next week and get this thing cleaned up. We're gonna dig it out with a backhoe and get it cleaned up. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to kind of come on, make a quick little video. I know I'm kind of getting a little bit long-winded here. It's about 8 minutes, 30 seconds so far. But it's not worth losing your life over. You know, a little bit of grain or an hour worth of your time to take extra safety measures is not worth losing your life over, or losing an arm or a leg or just anything. You know, it puts a lot of stress when things like that happen. It puts a lot of stress on families and your loved ones, and it could change your life forever. And nobody wants that to happen, and I know I don't want it to happen to me or anybody in my family or that comes to my farm. You know, I'm always telling them, okay, hey, watch out for that, or hey, watch out for this. Before I start anything, I always look for escape routes, especially when I'm cutting wood here. When I'm cutting these trees down and stuff, you can see most of them are all laying the same way on this side. And so my escape route was out the other side there. I always make sure I have a plan to get myself out of trouble if I have to. I always keep my phone in my pocket, my chest pocket if I can, or my back pocket. I always make sure I have that handy. But just having extra things in place to keep things safer around your farm will go a long ways. Yeah, you're like, okay, well, I'll never use that, or I'll never have to use that, but when that one time that you do need it and you don't have it, you kind of get in a big pickle there. My favorite saying is, it's better to have it and not need it than to not have it and need it. So just take that into consideration. Thanks for watching today's video. Please hit the thumbs up button. That lets the YouTube algorithm know that you guys like watching my videos, and helps put them out there for more people to see. Don't forget to subscribe. We're, I think, at like 550 some subscribers. I'd like to get to 1,000 this year, hopefully, maybe more. We'll see. Kind of leaving that up to you guys. Thanks. I'm going to try and get some more content out this week for you. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. And remember, be safe out there on your farm. Don't get yourself in situations where something could go wrong or may go wrong. And if you do have to put yourself in that situation, make sure you have an escape plan, and or make sure you have safety equipment available that you can use if you have to do that situation, like going in a grain bin, wearing a harness when you're going in there, tying yourself off. So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone that watches, and have a great weekend and have a good week.